Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Geisman Gymnasium here on the campus of Concordia University, Chicago. My name is Peter Borkowski. I'll be on the call with you tonight. I'm joined by Rafael Gonzalez for tonight's matchup between the Cougars of CUC and the Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks. We have a good matchup in store for you today, folks. The Cougars currently sit with a record of 8-14 overall, but only one of those wins have come in conference, while eight of their losses, have come in conference. So the conference record sits at 1-8. That is good for 12th place in the NAC. On the other side of the net, the Scarlet Hawks, they're currently ranked 6th in the conference. They have a record right now at 6-3 in conference, 15-8 overall. That 6th spot in the conference is the last playoff berth, and the Scarlet Hawks currently hold it. So, Rafael, we got some players to look out for on the Cougars side of the ball. Who do you think is going to be an important player in tonight's matchup for the Cougars?
I would go with Isabel Renego, number 7 on the team. She's been a key factor this year in terms of assists. Just to put it in context, she currently leads a team of 717 assists. I mean, the next closest at 61 and second in the conference in terms of assists per set, so I expect a big game from her. That's
right. Isabel Vernango, a key part of this Cougars attack. She's going to have a good game if the Cougars look to upset the 6th-ranked IIT and put a spoiler on their race towards the playoffs. We're about to get set here. We'll get the national anthem and the starting lineup before tonight's tip-off between the Cougars and Scarlet Hawks.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that everyone please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove your hats as we honor America, the men and women of our military, and our first responders with the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Geisman Gymnasium for tonight's Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference women's volleyball match between the Scarlet Hawks from the Illinois Institute of Technology and the Cougars of Concordia University, Chicago. Let's meet the starting lineups first for our visitors from Chicago, the Scarlet Hawks of IIT. The libero is sophomore number 6, Kelsey Starr. Sophomore outside hitter number 3, Sadie Harrington. Senior right side hitter number 7, Justine Bracco.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our starters for tonight's matchup. One more time from the Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks. Number 3, Sadie Harrington. Number 6, Kelsey Starnes. Number 7, Justine Bracco. Number 8, Jessica Weaver. Number 13, Briar Moore. Number 14, Emily Graham. And number 18, Grace Raycamp. And now for the Concordia University Cougars, number 4, Julia Beers. Number 7, Isabel Vernango. Number 9, Alyssa Henline. Number 12, Grace Haywood. Number 18, Katie Stonich. Number 24, Chloe Martin. And number 29, Michaela Perino. The Cougars are head coached by Troy Campbell in his 7th season, while the Scarlet Hawks head coach Mark Johnston is in his 4th season. As we get things ready to be tipped off here, we heard the starting lineups from our PA, Jim Egan, doing a great job in that regard. We get set here in just a second. The Cougars, again, sitting 1-8 in the conference. They'd like to pick up a couple more conference wins in this home stretch of the season. Their final 4 games included tonight come against conference opponents. Tonight, though, does mark their final game at home, so be a nice night for the Cougars to end their home stretch with a win before going on the road for their final 3 games. So, Emily Graham will get things started off here tonight as she'll serve for the Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks as tonight's matchup gets set. See a few last names getting settled on the floor. And Graham gets the okay as the serve is up, and we're underway here in Geisman Gymnasium. Once again, Peter Borkowski, Rafael Gonzalez on the call with you tonight. It's a nice play by Beers to pop it up, keep things alive for the Cougars. Henline, and Henline will start things off with a kill for the Cougars. Scarlet Hawks libero, Kelsey Starnes, cannot get things set, got a little under it. So first point of the night goes towards the Cougars. Now number 1 for the Cougars, Alex Clausen will go back to serve. She comes into the game. Julia Beers is out, and she'll get a service ace on her first serve of the night. So the Cougars build a 2-0 lead quick here to start things off. Nice job by Clausen. She'll get a service ace under her name. And that's out off the hands of number 6, Kelsey Starnes.
They did a really
So
good job.
Clausen, she'll get another service ace under her name. She's 2 for 2 in getting service aces out of these serves. See if she can make it 3 for 3 with her next one. It's up. A nice save there by Grace Haywood as Clausen gets it to Henline. Henline sent it over. And they're going to call that one in. That was off the hands of number 13 of the Scarlet Hawks, Briar Moore. They'll stop the run at 3-1. Stephanie Nguyen comes into the game to serve for the Scarlet Hawks as we see Julia Beers back in for the Cougars. Alex Clausen will leave. Doing some good work getting 2 service aces to her name, helping the Cougars build a quick 3-1 lead as Henline, she'll get another kill on the night that bounced off the hands of the Scarlet Hawks blocker. Henline's got 2 quick kills to start the night. As Isabel Vernango now goes back to serve. Katie Stonich out of the game. In for the Cougars is freshman Eve Dickin out of St. Louis, Missouri. Dickin had a great game in the Cougars Saturday matchup against the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. The freshman seen some extended playing time, made the most of it with 11 kills on the afternoon. Good save there by Vernango. Haywood, she'll pop it up, and Henline will go for the kill. She can't get it, though, as the Scarlet Hawks have possession now. The set from Vernango, and Henline's hit a little too much on it as it goes out of bounds. Scarlet Hawk point. See number 9 for the Scarlet Hawks, Allie Wilkins, comes into the game. She'll serve now. It's a 4-2 lead for the Cougars. Vernango the setup. Henline goes for the kill, but Wilkins doing a good job. Henline kept it alive there for the Cougars. It came back to her. Dickin with her first attempt of the night. And they're going to call a double touch. Looks like that was on Eve Dickin of the Cougars. Scarlet Hawks will come away with the point. Pull within 1 of the Cougars. Wilkins will go back to serve once again. Nice diving play by Beers. Great play by Dickin to keep it alive. As the Cougars finally able to send it over the net. Henline curbs that attack from the Hawks. The back row attack from Haywood. Hawks are able to stop it. Great block up front. That was Chloe Martin, number 24 of the Cougars. Doing a good job using her height to her advantage. The 5'10 senior out of Effingham, Illinois. Went to Effingham High School as well. Get a stoppage of play here. Officials talking things over with the head coach of the Scarlet Hawks, Mike Johnston, as Henline serves now. Wilkins keeps it alive. And a little floater from Maria Fernanda Alcantara. It won't go. That's Cougar point, 6-3. As Henline will go back to serve once again. Her serve is up. Nice play there by Emily Graham to keep things alive. Great play by Julia Beers, doing what she usually does. And point goes to the Scarlet Hawks on that. They pull back within 2 of the Cougars. Briar Moore back to serve for the Scarlet Hawks. She leads the team in service aces with 36. Isn't able to get one there, though. Beers pops it up as Vernango sets up. And that'll be a kill for Cougar number 8, Joy Greco.
Greco put a lot of force into that kill.
That's right, Greco doing good work for the team this year. Ranks 3rd in kills with 144 on the season. But that kill will be number 145 for her. She gets the Cougars lead back up to 3. Vernango, and a huge hit. That was number 29, Michaela Perino. Won't get the Cougars a point, but that out-of-bounds hit will. Cougars get their lead back up to 4 as Julia Beers, the newly minted 1,000 career dig player. She reached that just a week ago tonight, last Tuesday, against the Lake Forest Foresters right here in Geisman Gymnasium. Doing good work as captain of this Cougars squad. And that'll be a huge block up front. Looked like that was Perino and Greco both got a hold of it.
Critical good start so far by the Cougars. This is what they exactly needed for this game.
That's right. Cougars building a quick lead out of the gate, lead 9-4. They've led most of the game so far. In fact, I believe they've led all of the game so far, if I'm not mistaken. And another big block up front. Beers is able to play the tip off of it. And Dickin goes for the kill. She's not able to get it, though. Ooh, and a diving play by Henline keeps things alive for the Cougars. And that one will go out of bounds. So the Cougars keep increasing their lead. It's up to 6 now, 10-4. in their favor.
Great awareness, though, by Braden on the last play to keep the ball alive and not out.
That's right. Cougars doing a good job with some desperation attempts here, keeping the ball in their control. Oh, and they're calling that one out. That looked about as close to 50-50 as you can get. They're going to give it to the Scarlet Hawks as the Scarlet Hawks have to take a timeout now. The Cougars see their lead grow to 7 early in set 1. So the Scarlet Hawks, they're fighting for a playoff berth right now. They're currently sitting in 6, which is the last playoff spot. But they're tied for 5th and 7th, in fact, with MSOE and Wisconsin Lutheran, both of who sit at 6 and 3, and they're only 1 win ahead of Edgewood, who currently sits at 8. So we got a couple of teams jumbled up looking for that last playoff spot. Raphael, see the Cougars playing some very good volleyball right now. What do you like out of this team? What has given them this 7-point lead that they've built up?
They've done a really good job so far controlling the game, and most importantly of all, they need to win the opening set. And 7 out of their 8 wins so far this season, they've won the first set.
That's right. Winning that first set is huge for the Cougars. It's huge for any team, really, when you think about it. Remember, it is best of 5, so you get that first set under control. You only need to win 2 more compared to the other team who still needs to put 3 up on the board. So striking first, always beneficial as we see Julia Beers get set to serve for the Cougars. Her serve is over. And a huge hit. That was number 14 of the Scarlet Hawks. Emily Graham went off the blockers up front for the Cougars. I believe that was Perino and Dickin. Both got a hand on it and went out of bounds off their hands. So we got 5 now serving 11. As Kelsey Starnes serves for the Scarlet Hawks. It is a good serve. Cougars need to play it. Nice attack there by Greco. And a little floater there. Emily Graham sent that ball right into no man's land. The classic hit it where no one ain't. It earns the Scarlet Hawks the point. They cut this deficit down to 5 coming out of the timeout. But that's a bit of a momentum killer from Kelsey Starnes. Some good momentum going, getting 2 points coming out of the timeout. But a service error on Starnes will kill any momentum as Katie Stonich comes into the game now for the Cougars. Stonich having a good season. She ranks 2nd on the team in kills with 203. But her serve will go out. So service errors are traded between the 2 squads. We're at 12-7 now.
Serving for IFC number
18 of the Scarlet Hawks, Grace Raycamp coming in to serve. And a huge hit there. That came from Joy Greco. Had some velocity on it, but the Scarlet Hawks blockers able to get a hold of it, send it right back in Greco's face. Like a Scarlet Hawk point to make it 12-8. This serves over. Beers has to play that one off her forearms. Stonich sent the floater over. Domingo, she'll set up. Greco sneaks it in right before the out-of-bounds lines as well. Very accurate attack from Joy Greco. Gives the Cougars the point. It's 13-8 in the Cougars' favor. This Grace Haywood goes back to serve now. It'll hit the net. It'll be a service error on the Cougars. As of tonight, there's the Cougars' 2nd service error. They're still up by 4 of those. Emily Graham serves for the Scarlet Hawks. Perino, a huge hit. Got blocked right back into her, but she popped it up. Cougars able to play it as Haywood sends a free ball over. And a huge block up front. That was Perino and Vernango. Got a hold of that one, sent it right back as we see Clausen and Chloe Martin now come into the game for Beers and Perino. Clausen will serve. Ooh, and a nice save there from Haywood. It falls into the net, though. An awkward positioned ball for the Cougars to try and make a play on. They aren't able to. See, Perino will come in. Beers will come back in. Excuse me, Perino will not come in. She heads back to the bench as it's just Beers coming in for the Cougars. You see the serve from Wynn. Vernango. Ooh, and a little floater sent over by Henline. Scarlet Hawks saw all of that one come in. They block it right back to her. As Wynn gets set for another serve. The serve is good. Beers has to play it off her forearms. Vernango sends a little floater over. We see her do that quite a bit. As the attack from number 7, Justine Bracco, heads right into the net. So Katie Stonich will come out. Freshman Eve Dickin will come back into the game. Isabel Vernango set to serve for the Cougars. The sophomore from Plainfield, Indiana, went to Plainfield High School. She's doing good work for the Cougars, as Raphael said, at the top of the broadcast. Second in the NAC in assists per set. A key part of this Cougars attack, as the Scarlet Hawks attack doesn't work there. Henline sent that one over. They get set for the attack. And that'll be a kill for number 13 of the Scarlet Hawks, Briar Moore. Vernango got some hands on it, but a little too much on that one. Bounced off her hands and went out of bounds. That'll be a Scarlet Hawks point. Cougars still up 15-12, though. As now Allie Wilkins serves. Vernango the setup. And Dickens' attack is stone cold blocked by the Scarlet Hawks. Scarlet Hawk blockers doing some good work so far. They've got they got 2 blocks on the night. They control the ball now. A huge hit. That was Maria Fernanda Alcantara. The Cougars able to handle it, send it back over, and eventually earn the point. So they reclaim their 3-point lead as Alyssa Henline goes back to serve now. Her serve will go over and out of play. So that'll be a Scarlet Hawks point. Moore will go back to serve now. Moore leads this team in several categories, including kills with 233. As Wilkins, a nice diving play to keep things alive. And that's Chloe Martin. Absolutely launches that ball to the other side of the court. Her hit will result in a kill and a Cougar point. The ball had some velocity on it as it touched the hardwood on the Scarlet Hawks side of the court. Julia Beers set to serve for the Cougars. And it hits the top of the net. Beers is ranked second on the team with 22 service errors. That'll be number 23 on the season for her. Oh, and a little lucky bounce there for the Scarlet Hawks. That was the serve from Kelsey Starnes. Listed as a defensive specialist. She's playing libero for the Scarlet Hawks tonight. Hit off the top of the net and rolled to the Cougar side. Should I say bounce to the Cougar side, as a hard hit ball from Dickin is handled by Briar Moore. Perino got a hand on it. Ooh, and a nice one-handed play there from Beers to keep things alive, but Greco, yeah, that was Greco's one-handed attack is sent out of bounds. And so the Cougars got to take a timeout as they suddenly find themselves tied 17-17 with the Scarlet Hawks. They had a good lead going. So Raphael, after that Scarlet Hawks timeout, they came out looking a lot more energized as they've now tied this game up at 17 points apiece. You know, what have you seen? What has caused this change of pace in the game? Cougars look to be in complete control up until that timeout, and suddenly we're tied at 17 apiece.
Give credit to PR Moore from Illinois Institute. She currently has 4 kills right now. And what they've done really well so up to this point is just keep the game close. They've been in it throughout the entire first set. They haven't been trailing by more than like 4. They've just slowly crept back in throughout the set.
That's right, Raphael. You could say that again. No major runs from either team. Just some good, constant back-and-forth battle between these two teams, looking to add a win under their belt. Scarlet Hawks got the slight advantage, though, as they've come back and tied things at 17 apiece. They found themselves in an 11-4 hole earlier in the set. So we see both teams come back out onto the floor. Cougars look to regain the lead. Both teams just need 8 points to claim set 1. Though, of course, you have to win by 2 points in volleyball to claim a set. Vernango the set. Deacon will go for the attack, and she'll finish the job. That went off the hands of number 14 and number 8 of the Scarlet Hawks. That's Jessica Weaver, number 8, and Emily Graham, number 14. Dickens' attack bounced off their hands and went out of bounds. That'll be a Cougars point as they retake the 18-17 lead with Katie Stonich set to serve now for the Cougars. A little floater there from her, not too much on it. Graham will go for the kill, and she'll finish it off. Joy Greco and Katie Stonich both dove for that ball. Neither of them were close enough, though, as Graham comes away with the kill. That's number 3 on the night for Emily Graham. She trails Briar Moore by 1 for the team lead. In fact, those two players, Briar Moore and Emily Graham, they're the only 2 players with kills on this Scarlet Hawks team. So they're kind of carrying the offensive load as that one hits the official, the near side official. Cougars tried to make something out of nothing, just couldn't though. The Scarlet Hawks now have a 19-18 lead, their first lead of the set. And the Scarlet Hawks, some fancy play, kept things alive a little longer, but they're not able to get it back over as they send it right into the net. Cougars points, they tie it back at 19. Haywood goes back to serve. This is kind of a staple of Cougars volleyball. They like to keep things close, no matter the result of the set. Good block up there by Perino. Some help from Vernango, a one-handed attack from Grace Raycamp is handled by the Cougars. Nice play there by Stonich. Haywood sends it back. Henline goes for the kill, but Starnes, the libero, able to play it for the Scarlet Hawks. And Henline's attack slips inside the out-of-bound line. It was close, but it got in there, according to the line judge. So Haywood will go back for another serve for the Cougars. Her serve is over. A little too much sauce on it, though, as that one goes out of play. So number 14, Emily Graham, will now serve for the Scarlet Hawks. They were tied here at 20, nearing the end of set 1 action. Henline, great play there by Emily Graham. And you heard just about every Scarlet Hawk player and fan in attendance say out, as that ball indeed did go out. So Graham will go back to serve once again. They lead 21-20 over the Cougars. Henline's kill is curbed by the Scarlet Hawks, and Emily Graham finishes it off for them. Sent that one into the middle of the court. No Cougar was in the vicinity. Scarlet Hawks are 3 points away from taking set one. But Troy Campbell, head coach of the Cougars, is going to need to call a timeout, get his team settled down. They need to figure things out if they want to claw back into this set and take it. We see Briar Moore and Emily Graham, the only two Scarlet Hawks players with kills on the night. They each have 4 apiece. You got to think, Raphael, that if they're winning the game right now with only 2 of their players recording kills, what could possibly happen if, other players get on the board, if they start spreading the love a little bit, so to say?
If they start spreading the ball, as you mentioned, Peter, things could get pretty rough in the second set and as we continue further on. So it is critical for the Cougars to start controlling the game as they did earlier in the game.
That's right. Cougars doing a good job limiting the damage to only 2 Scarlet Hawks players, but it has not been enough as the Cougars find themselves in a 2-point hole as we close to the end of the first set. Scarlet Hawks just need 3 points. Cougars still need 5 and need to win by 2 as well. Henline's attack rode the net a little bit. Rode it all the way out of bounds. Scarlet Hawk point. As Emily Graham now gets set to serve once again. Scarlet Hawks, 23 points so far. And a huge attack there from Henline. Scarlet Hawks able to keep it alive. Nice play there by the Scarlet Hawks. And Perino's attack is blocked up front, and some miscommunication on the Cougars' part will lead to a Scarlet Hawk point. That was Grace Haywood and Julia Beers. Didn't really know which one of them was going to take it. Neither of them ended up doing it, as Beers, a little acrobatic play there to keep things alive. She sent it all the way back over to the red Scarlet Hawks part of the court. Svernego sets up Henline. Cougars fighting for their life in set 1 here. As Stonich's hit will go into the net. And that's all she wrote in set 1. Scarlet Hawks win set 1, 25-20. They'll take a 1-0 lead over the Cougars. The first to 3 sets on the night comes away with the match victory. Really quick before we hit the break, some players to look at. Briar Moore and Emily Graham getting things done for the Scarlet Hawks. They have all of their 8 kills with 4 apiece right now. For the Cougars, Joy Greco and Alyssa Henline tied for the team lead with 3. Alex Clausen also got 2 service aces up front, and Beers doing what she usually does. She's got 7 digs on the night so far. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back to you in just a bit as we get set for set number 2. The Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks lead the Concordia University Chicago Cougars 1-0. We're back here in Geisman Gymnasium for a volleyball game between the women's teams of Illinois Institute of Technology versus Concordia University of Chicago. IIT Scarlet Hawks took the first set 25-20. They lead the match 1-0 as we get set for set number 2. But before we do that, we got Rafael Gonzalez here on the call with me tonight. His first time on the call this season for the Cougars. I mean, Rafael, what do you have to say about that, doing your first call of the season?
I've been waiting for this for a long time, but man, once you start doing it, it really makes you realize how far away you have to go in order to become what you want to become, which for me would be in broadcasting business. It's a pretty humbling experience to really understand how much work you have to put into it.
That's right. Definitely an activity you can put a lot of time into as we see both teams come back out into the court. Well, Rafael, we're happy to have you here as we get set for set 2. Cougars lost set 1, and as you stated in our set 1 broadcast, part of the broadcast, Cougars don't do so hot coming off of a set 1 loss. Most of their wins on the season come when they win set 1. So it's pivotal that the Cougars take set 2 here, tie things up at 1 apiece. Something they'll need to improve on is their hitting percentage. Their set 1 hitting percentage sat at negative .022. You aren't going to win many games with a hitting percentage like that. So they've had lots of looks today. They've been doing a good job in that department. If they can start converting on them, you got to think they'll start putting some more points on the board as Henline's first serve of set 2 goes out. So the Scarlet Hawks will strike first off of Henline's service error. As number 4, Stephanie Wynn, gets set to serve now for the Scarlet Hawks. Looking to build off this 1-0 lead that they got off the Henline service error. It's Greco. She went for the kill, but instead it'll be a Scarlet Hawk point as Stephanie Wynn will go back now to serve once again. Scarlet Hawk lead at 2-0 now. Fernando the setup and a huge hit. That came from Joy Greco. But the Scarlet Hawks able to play it beautifully, keep things alive. But this time it'll be the attack from Emily Graham. It'll go out of play. So the Cougars get their first point of set 1 as Julia Beers, the libero for the team, goes back to serve. Her serve is over. It is played by Starnes of the Scarlet Hawks. Some popcorn right over the top of the net between the front lines of the Cougars and the Scarlet Hawks. It's still, and Beers, she got a hand on it. And a diving attempt after it. Couldn't get enough though, as it'll be another Scarlet Hawks point. They'll take a 3-1 lead in set 2. In a match they lead 1-0. As Allie Wilkins goes back to serve now for the Scarlet Hawks. And the officials award the point to the Scarlet Hawks. So they build their lead up. It's 4-1 now here in set 2. Cougars got to stop the bleeding at some point. Don't want things to get too out of hand before they really get going here in set 2. A nice play there by Greco to keep things alive momentarily. The Cougars can't do anything off her great attempt to keep it in. As Wilkins will go back to serve once again. The pop-up from Vernango. And Greco, she'll finally convert. She's been getting looks all night. She finally comes away with a kill. It's number 4 on the night for her. She has a negative .083 hitting percentage, though. So you got to think she could have a lot more kills if she starts converting on these chances, as that's Perino and Vernango. Good job up front by those two. As Haywood gets back to serve now. A nice hit there by Henline. Pops it up with enough time. Haywood got it back to Beers, who free-balled it over. A great block up front by Henline. We don't see her in that circumstance a lot. And they're calling that one in. The attack from Perino snuck in the line. Rode the net for just a little bit. Landed right before the out-of-bounds line. So the Cougars pull within one now. It's 5-4 in the Scarlet Hawks' favor as Hayward's ball. Hayward will get a service error on that. Kelsey Starnes couldn't get enough on it. So Hayward, she'll get her first service ace of the night. Nice block up front by Perino and Vernango. Vernango will now set up Haywood. A flying attack. He got some hang time up on that one. A good block there by Perino. As the ball is still alive, we got a good volley here going on between both teams. And Greco will finish it off for the Cougars. Good volley between both teams. Good effort from both sides of the court. Joy Greco eventually finishes it off, though. Her 5th kill of the night. As Haywood's serve will go right into the net. That's service error number 3 for Haywood. Briar Moore, her serve is up. Haywood. And a beautiful little tip over there for Isabel Vernango. We see her pull that play out of her back pocket every once in a while. She is an assist threat, as we've made clear on this broadcast. So she loves to go up. Look like she's setting it up for another player. Instead, she'll send it over the net, catch the opposing defense off balance. And as we saw there, it results in a kill for her. And they're calling that one in, so it'll be a Scarlet Hawk point. We saw Beers kind of dodge out of the way of that high-velocity ball. She thought it was going out. It did not. So Scarlet Hawks take a point. We're tied up here at 7 in set 2. It's like Vernango and Greco both got a piece of that one. And Graham will come away with a kill. Cougars got some hands on it. Were able to pop it up, but had a little too much on it as it went out of bounds. Graham now takes sole possession. She's had sole possession of the team leading kills. At 6. And a nice play there by Henline to catch her own blocked attack. Nice play there by Beers to touch that ball. It's a little over her head, but Vernango, her attack will fly out of bounds. Scarlet Hawks take a 2-point lead over the Cougars. But that lead is now down to 1 as Starnes' serve will go into the net. It'll be a service error on Kelsey Starnes. So Alex Clausen comes in to serve now. She's got 2 service errors on the night. Both of them, they came back-to-back in set 1. See if she can get another one, and she does. Number 3 service ace for Alex Clausen. She's doing some good work from the serve spot tonight for the Cougars. See if she can get number 4. She cannot, and instead that'll be a kill for Emily Graham of the Scarlet Hawks. They retake the lead 10-9.
Graham has done a really good job tonight for kills, already with 7.
It's Graham, a big part of this Scarlet Hawks attack. She ranks 2nd on the team with 147 kills on the season. A hard hit ball from Henline isn't able to convert on it, as Martin will send that one over finally for the Cougars. And that one will be sent out off the hands of number 7, Justine Bracco of the Scarlet Hawks. So Isabel Vernango now goes back to serve for the Cougars. She leads the team in service aces this year with 34. Though at the rate she's going, Alex Clausen might tie that tonight, as we see that attack go off the hands of Julia Beers and out of bounds for a Scarlet Hawk point. Emily Graham, as Raphael said, leads this Scarlet Hawks team in kills with 7. And she'll get a service ace there. Cougars didn't really seem to react to the serve at all. That'll lead to a clean service ace for Emily Graham. Her first of the night. As Vernango, a great setup to Alyssa Henline, who finishes with the kill.
Really good kill by Henline right there. Put it in a spot where no one else could get it.
We saw that assist from Vernango. That'll be number 12 on the night for her. Again, she's 2nd in the NAC in assists per set. We saw why, as that ball will go off the Cougars blocker's hands and out of bounds. So it'll be a Scarlet Hawks point as they take a 2-point lead, 13-11 now. Stephanie Wen, she'll go back to serve now. It is over. It's a good serve. Henline plays it. And a huge hit from Joy Greco, number 8 of the Cougars. Looks like she had something against that ball as she put everything into that attack. It results in a point glanced off the Scarlet Hawks player's arms. So the Cougars pull within 1 now as Julia Beers gets set to serve for the Cougars. Good serve. Emily Graham had to get low to play it. But a nice kill there from Briar Moore. And it'll be number 6 for her on the night. She trails Emily Graham by 1 for the team lead at 7. Graham leads all players tonight with those 7 kills. As Allie Wilkins goes back to serve now. Greco had to get low to play that one. And Dickin, her attack was blocked. Dickin popped it right back up. Greco's attack is stopped there by Starnes. Starnes good job setting up Alcantara. Nice play there by Beers. Nice play there by Greco. Kept things alive for the Cougars. Ball still alive. Dickin, she'll send it over. Wilkins. And Starnes could not handle it, so a great volley from both teams. Both teams with some desperation attempts. Cougars, good job coming away with that point. Could be a momentum builder, winning a big volley like that. As Grace Haywood goes back to serve now for the Cougars. Her serve is good to Starnes. As Alcantara's hit the post of the net. And we're going to get a Scarlet Hawks timeout as we're tied up here 14-14. So it's been a close game all the way throughout. Neither team really being able to pull something away.
What's interesting, Peter, though, is that we mentioned at the beginning of the second set how the Cougars had left points off based on their hitting percentage when they were negative .22. But since then, they've picked it up all the way up to .136. So they've done a really good job executing.
That's right. As I mentioned, the Cougars have been getting looks all night. Haven't really been able to convert on much of them, though. Again, a negative .022 hitting percentage in set one. Kind of says it all right there, but as Raphael mentioned just a second ago, they've gotten that up to 136 in the second set. So a lot cleaner play from the Cougars in the second set. They find themselves tied 14-14. As Grace Haywood will go back to serve now. Haywood, excuse me, 1 service ace, 3 service errors on the night, though. She's going to have to clean that up a little bit. Oh, and a great one-handed dig there from Julia Beers. And that'll end up with a Joy Greco kill as the Cougars take a lead in the second set. Beers, an acrobatic one-handed diving dig. Once again, last week, a week ago tonight actually, last Tuesday against the Lake Forest Forsters, Beers hit 1,000 career digs in her career. And we saw why just there when she's making plays like that. As Greco, she'll go back-to-back. She'll get another kill under her name. As the Cougars now lead by 2 coming out of the timeout. Greco takes a team lead, or builds her team lead, I should say, with 8 kills on the night. She now leads all players in that category. So Joy Greco having a great night for the Cougars. And they're going to call a double touch on the Hawks, as it's now 17-14 in favor of the Cougars. He would serve. It hits the top of the net. Hawks able to play it. Beautiful block up there by Perino and Greco, excuse me. And they're going to call 4 hits on the Cougars. So point goes to the Scarlet Hawks. They still trail the Cougars by 2. And Greco's attack. Scarlet Hawks wanted to keep playing. It hit the back wall. It looks like it hit the scoreboard, in fact, here in Geisman Gymnasium. Scarlet Hawks wanted to play it off of it, but the line official said that's a no-go, and that'll be a Cougar point. And Perino, she'll go up and get it. That is her second kill on the night. Using that height to her advantage, the 6-foot senior from De Pere, Wisconsin. As Vernango, she'll tip that one over. Oh, and a huge hit. Number 3 for the Scarlet Hawks, Sadie Harrington, sophomore out of Denver, Colorado. Her hit went right off the hands, right off the front of Julia Beers' hands. Had a lot of heat behind it. His headlines hit. Shocks Allie Wilkins. Wilkins still able to keep playing though. As the Cougars send one out of bounds. Headlines hit. And go back to that for a second. She got all of that one as the ball ended up getting all of Wilkins. Wilkins able to play it. She's laughing it off, though. Perino, she'll go for her 3rd kill. She won't be able to get it, though. As Haywood, she likes that floating hit. And when I say floating, I mean she's the one floating through the air. As Greco's attack pays off in the end. We saw some Scarlet Hawk bodies flying around, keeping it up. They sent it out of bounds, though. Cougars 5 points away from set 2.
Greco so far has done a really good job on the second set for kills.
That's right, Alex Clausen, she'll come in now. 3 aces on the night. Martin and Vernango could not get it done up front with the block. Not prove fruitful. As the Cougars still lead 2 by 2 though, 20-18. Grace Raycamp, she'll go back to serve. The freshman out of Villa Park, Illinois. She started tonight for the Scarlet Hawks. And that'll be another point to the Scarlet Hawks. That one came off of Joy Greco's hands. As the freshman Raycamp will go back to serve once again. Her serve is up. Greco plays it. This one's now played by Haywood. Henline sends it over, and Raycamp gets a hold of it. And Graham, she'll add to an already impressive night. Kill number 10 for Graham, as we see the Cougars use their timeout now. So as stated at the top of the broadcast, the Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks sitting in that last playoff spot right now at 6-3 in the conference. That record ties them with MSOE and Wisconsin Lutheran. IIT's got the tiebreaker over Wisconsin Lutheran though, which puts them in that 6th spot. They trail Benedictine and St. Norbert by 1 win for what would be the 4th seed, as Benedictine and St. Norbert, are tied at 7-2 apiece. So an important game for Illinois Institute of Technology with some playoff implications on the line. The Cougars, they currently sit at 12th in the conference. Hope to play spoiler to the Scarlet Hawks playoff dreams though. After tonight, the Scarlet Hawks will have they'll have 3 more away games, one of which will be a neutral site game. After tonight, they'll travel to Concordia, Wisconsin. They play the Eagles Friday the 22nd. That same day, on Friday, they'll also play Wisconsin lacrosse, They'll stay in Mequon for that as they get a service error for the Scarlet Hawks. They take a 21-20 lead. This Saturday, they'll travel to Lakeland University, and they'll end their season next Wednesday at home against Aurora. They got a match to finish here, though, against the Cougars. Henline's attack went off the net. He was able to keep it alive, though. Raycamp, she'll try and set up Graham, but Vernango got a piece of it. And Chloe Martin will finish it off for the Cougars. Vernango will go back to serve now for the Cougars. We're tied at 21 points apiece here. Vernango, 19 assists on the night. She didn't get one there, but it'll still result in a Cougars point. They take a 22-21 lead. Cougars now have the lead late in set 2. They want to win this set, tie the match up at a set apiece. After the Scarlet Hawks took set 1, the Cougars are coming closer to it now. Looked like an attack from number 13, Briar Moore, was sent into the net. Vernango will get set to serve once again. Cougars just 2 points away from claiming set 2. As Vernango, a little slip up on that serve. There'll be a service error. Hit the back of Chloe Martin up front for the Cougars. As the Hawks now have possession late in set 2. And a free ball sent over by Isabel Vernango. Keep it alive for the Cougars. And Joy Greco couldn't get enough on that one. It'll go out of bounds off her hand. So we're here 23-23. About as close as you can get. The Cougars a little closer though now. The serve will go out of bounds. Set point right here for Alyssa Henline. Looks like the Scarlet Hawks. Yes, it is. The Scarlet Hawks take a timeout here. So really quick, after tonight, the CUC Cougars, we went over the remaining schedule for the Red Hawks, the Scarlet Hawks. Let's go over the remaining schedule for the Cougars. After tonight, it's all road games and neutral site games. This Friday, they'll travel to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to take on Alverno College in a conference matchup. That next day, that afternoon, I should say, they'll go to Madison, Wisconsin to take on Edgewood College. And then October 27th, next Wednesday, they'll come back to River Forest. Won't be here in Geisman Gymnasium, though. They'll be across the street at Dominican University. Some River Forest rivalry. And then they will end the season in the Wisconsin Lutheran College Tournament Friday, October 29th in Milwaukee. They'll play Carroll University and they'll play Mount Mary University in that tournament. Both on that Friday, 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. respectively. So 5 more matches after tonight for the Cougars as they hope to add some wins to their season total. They're looking to win set 2 here, though. And that was number 8, Jessica Weaver, sneaks it in the out-of-bound line for the Scarlet Hawks. So we're tied at 24 points apiece now. Need to win by 2 to claim a set. So now both teams needing to get to at least 26, possibly more. As Stephanie Wynn gets set to serve. Beers is able to play it though. Vernango, the huge setup. That's Joy Greco. Though they're calling it out, it looked like it was in. Looks like she pinged the corner of the court. And they are giving it to her. One of the refs looked like they did signal towards the Scarlet Hawks side. So it is a Cougars point. Henline, a beautiful attack there. Or should I say Joy Greco, a beautiful attack there. And that'll finish it off for the Cougars. They take set 2, 26-24. The last attack from the Scarlet Hawks hit off the net and went out. So the Cougars take set 2, tie the matchup at 1 set apiece. Joy Greco leads the Cougars with 11 kills. She leads all players, though not too far behind is Emily Graham of the Scarlet Hawks with 10 kills. Isabel Vernango doing what she usually does. She's got 20 assists on the night. So we're going to take a quick break here before we get started with set 3. We're tied up at 1 set apiece in tonight's matchup between the Concordia University Chicago Cougars and the visiting Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks. We'll be back with you in just a little bit. We're back here in Geisman Gymnasium. on the campus of Concordia University, Chicago for some Tuesday night NAC conference action between the women's volleyball teams of Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks and the home team, the Concordia University Chicago Cougars. So Scarlet Hawks took set one. They won that set 25 points to 20. They won that point 25 to 20, excuse me. Cougars come back in set two, take it 26 to 24. So I'm Peter Borkowski on the call with you tonight. I'm joined by Rafael Gonzalez. Now, Rafael, what did the Cougars do in that second set, which led to a victory as opposed to their first set loss?
There's two critical things they did. First of all, they fought back in the second set. We've been mentioning several times how once down early in the first set, they haven't been able to come back. They did so tonight. Also, we talked about how their lack of execution on the hitting percentage. They rose that all the way up to 2.237.
That's right. Execution was a lot cleaner for the Cougars in that second set, as shown by their improved hitting percentage. They had a mark of negative .022 in the first set. That skyrocketed to .237 in the second set. IIT leading the game in errors, 15 to 14. Cougars have had a little trouble in errors all season. They have the fourth most errors in the conference with 465. Limiting those is going to be key if they want to finish this game off against the Scarlet Hawks. And we'll get started here in set three. Briar Moore, her serve doesn't turn into anything just yet. But Emily Graham's attack will. She sent that into no man's land. So we keep going here in set three. The match tied at 1 apiece. Nice save there by Isabel Vernango. And that'll be 4 hits on the Cougars. They did a good job keeping that up. Impressive effort from the Cougars, but might have been impressive. It was not legal, though. So they get called for 4 hits. It's Briar Moore. She'll send this one over. Isabel Vernango, she'll set up Henline, and the Henline will finish it off. Like the Scarlet Hawks blockers got their hands on it, lost sight of the ball as it then hit the hardwood. So Alyssa Henline gets set to serve now. Cougars trail 2-1 in this pivotal set three. A diving effort from Beers, but it'll die straight down off her hands. Kelsey Starnes will serve now for the Scarlet Hawks. Her serve is good. It's over. Joy Greco to Isabel Vernango. Eve Dickens, she's been quiet tonight after a huge game this past Saturday. As Vernango's diving hit goes out of bounds. Eve Dickens, 1 kill on the night. She had a huge game this past Saturday against the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors. The freshman making her presence known. She might want to get going tonight if the Cougars want to come away with the victory, as a service error will give the Cougars possession of the ball as Julia Beers will go back to serve. Beers dribbles a little bit before the serve, gets herself collected. So her serve is up and over. It's good. She's able to play it. It is over, and it was Eve Dickens keeping it alive. She'll send it over now. And a good block up front by Dickens and Perino. Cougars will earn the point. So Julia Beers will get set to serve. We see some Cougars on the bench getting their team riled up. Want to get the energy levels high. So Beers will send the serve over. A huge block up front from Eve Dickin. Michaela Perino. But that was Victoria Van. She'll find some open space on the Cougar side of the court. It'll be her second kill of the night on 2 attempts. She's rocking that 1,000 hitting percentage. And is once again freshman Grace Raycamp out of Villa Park, Illinois. Haywood still set up in Perino. A little sliding effort there by Beers. And that's Eve Dickin. She set Grace Raycamp to the floor. Raycamp got a hand on it. Lost her balance though. Beautiful hit there from Eve Dickin. She'll head to the bench as Grace Haywood comes in for the serve now. Cougars keep it alive. Beers kept it alive a little longer, but it eventually falls out of bounds. So point Scarlet Hawks. They're up 6-4 now in set 3. Graham's serve is over. Vernango, she'll pop it up. This one's Greco. Starnes couldn't get enough on it. It'll bounce off her hands and go out of bounds. Point Cougars, they trail by 1 now as Joy Greco goes back to serve. We haven't seen Greco serve much for the Cougars, as her serve will turn into a service error, her 8th on the season. Stephanie Wynn back to serve now for the Scarlet Hawks. Lets the ball bounce a little bit as her serve is up. Vernango sets up Henline. Henline tried to force that one over for a little floating attack. Instead, she'll send it into the net. The Scarlet Hawks build a 3-point lead now, 8-5. And Stephanie Wynn gets set to serve once again. And that was Joy Greco. Her hit went under the net. You see Greco, Haywood, and Beers in the back row. Perino, Vernango, and Henline in the front row for the Cougars. Haywood, a little awkward hit there as it went right off her arms and out of bounds. The Cougars find themselves in a 5-point hole early in set 3, 10-5 in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Cougars got to get something going here soon before things get too out of hand against this good IIT team. There's Moore's attack. And Sadie Harrington will go up and finish the job for the Scarlet Hawks. Harrington with 3 kills, that was her 3rd kill on the night. A diving play by Beers. She keeps it alive again. Beers doing what she does best for this Cougars team with the digs. And it'll pay off in the end for the Cougars. So Julia Beers, a great series of plays there for the senior captain of this Cougars team. She hit 1,000 career digs a week ago tonight against the Lake Forest Foresters. Alex Clausen's serve will go out. Beers will come right back into the game, as will Michaela Perino. Perino will not be coming in fact, she'll head back towards the bench as Beers is the only one coming in for Alex Clausen, who's getting talked to by Cougars head coach Troy Campbell. Haywood pops it up. Vernango, the setup. Henline's attack isn't able to be turned into anything. And a good hit there by Briar Moore. And Cougars going to need to call a timeout. They find themselves in a 7-point hole against the Illinois Institute of Technology Cougars. So, Raphael, the Cougars, it's been a close game up until this point. Now the Cougars suddenly find themselves in a 7-point hole in a must-win set 3, a pivotal set 3. What do you see from your point of view that has led to this 7-point lead for the Scarlet Hawks?
So again, we keep repeating this so far throughout the broadcast, but the execution so far hasn't been there yet for the hitting percentage. And what's worse is that Illinois Tech have done better in their execution. They're all the way up to a .353 up to this point.
That's right. Illinois Institute of Technology has the upper hand on the Cougars in hitting percentage, but Raphael, what have you seen the Cougars do well so far in the match that has been able to keep them in this game? And maybe if they can keep doing that and even improve upon whatever they're doing well, they'll be able to get this lead back. What have you been seeing in that regard from the CUC team?
Well, they've done so well so far. Well, individually, Greco, she has 12 kills so far, so they continually need her to step up for them. Also, Renego, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast how critical she is for the assists. She already has 23. They got to keep playing hard, and not only that, after this timeout, they need to find a way to stop the run that Illinois Tech has at the moment.
The Scarlet Hawks see if they can keep that run going as the Cougars look to stop it. Henline, she can't do it there as Wilkins sends it back over. Vernango, a diving play, and another attack from Alyssa Henline will finish the job for the Cougars. Henline, some powerful strikes there, some powerful hits and attacks that eventually come to fruition for her. She's got 5 kills on the match. She leads the team in 32 total attempts though, so as we've been saying, some execution, some improved execution from the Cougars could help them get this lead back. They're doing a good job of getting open looks. You got to think if they're able to start executing on them, they'll start winning this game, but we haven't seen that happen yet though. The Scarlet Hawks strike once again. They lead by 8 now. So it was 13-7 when the timeout was called. Excuse me, it was 13-6 actually, if I'm correct in that. As Eve Dickens' hit goes out of bounds, so the Scarlet Hawks lead all the way up to 9. They're kind of running away with things in here in set 3. Cougars need to stop the bleeding, get back into it. Is Beers, she's got a nice play. She's doing her part. Henline will float that one over. And finally the Cougars get back on the board. That ball was hit out of bounds. I believe that was Allie Wilkins who sent that one out from the Scarlet Hawks. So Alyssa Henline goes back now to serve for the Cougars. Good job there by Graham. She kept things alive a little longer. Not long enough though as the Cougars get another point. So they cut the lead down to 7. It was at 9 just a second ago. See if Alyssa Henline can keep closing that gap. And a one-handed attack there from Emily Graham. Not accurate enough as it goes out of bounds. Alyssa Henline, she'll go to serve once again. Cougars trying to claw this back into it. They're doing a good job so far. It's 16-11. It was 16-7 just a minute ago. Scarlet Hawks seem a little flustered, a little out of it right now. The Cougars are going on a big run here to claw back into this third set, excuse me. And that's Emily Graham. Her one-handed attack will go out. So it's 16-12. The Cougars keep climbing their way back into it. They got a way to go though. They're still down by 4. Nice play there by Vernango. Got her out of position though, wasn't able to handle the huge attack from the Scarlet Hawk. That was Sadie Harrington, number 3. But the Cougars went on a 6-point run to close the gap to 4. It's back up to 5 now as it's 17-12. And Katie Stonich's hit will go out of bounds for a Scarlet Hawk point. We haven't seen Stonich much tonight. She only has 4 attempts on the night. But when she is on, she's a huge part of this Cougars attack. As 4 touches will get caught on the Cougars. So the lead is back up to 7. As I was saying, Stonich, she's second on the team in kills on the season. So when she's on, but that ball will bounce off of Alyssa Henline's forearms and go out. The lead back up to 8. The Cougars closed it to 4. But once Kelsey Starnes started serving for the Scarlet Hawks, they've gone on their own run to get this lead back up to 8. Stonich's attack looked like a huge block up front from Victoria Van and Jessica Weaver. Lead is back up to 9. I believe that's the tied for the biggest lead of the night for either squad. The Starnes' hit will go over off the forearms of Stonich. Eve Dickin, she'll send it down for the kill. Chloe Martin going out towards the bench to get a breather. Michaela Perino coming in. Julia Beers back to serve. So Eve Dickin accredited with the kill. That's number 3 for her on the night. Beers gets set for an important serve. They trail the Scarlet Hawks by 8. Backline attack from Henline. Beers, a great play to keep things alive for the Cougars. Another backline attack. That one to put Wilkins on her backside. And that hit from Victoria Van will turn into a kill. Grace Raycamp back to serve now. She's got a service ace on the night. She won't get one here though, as Vernango sends it over. And that one will fall right in front of the diving Beers. So double-digit lead now for the Scarlet Hawks. They're 2 points away from claiming this set 3 that they've mostly dominated in. As Dickin's attack, a huge attack from Eve Dickin. But that was number 8, Jessica Weaver, got up for the Scarlet Hawks, got a hold of all of it, sent it right back down. It's set point for the Scarlet Hawks. These Cougars fighting for their set life right now. As that'll end up a Scarlet Hawk set victory, 25-23. They take a 2-1 lead in the match. Really quick, before we hit the break, Emily Graham has been the playmaker for the Scarlet Hawks. 14 kills on the night on 28 attempts, total attempts. Though Allie Wilkins doing her part with 15 assists. For the Cougars, Isabel Vernango, 25 assists on the night, and Joy Greco leads the squad with 12 kills. So we're going to take a quick break as we'll come back for set 4. You see the Scarlet Hawks, they win, they claim the match, while the Cougars are going to look to force a set 5 in tonight's matchup. We're back here in Geisman Gymnasium. Cougars fell in set 3 to the Scarlet Hawks, 25-13. Scarlet Hawks thoroughly dominated that set. Again, Peter Borkowski on the call with you tonight, joined by Rafael Gonzalez. Rafael, Cougars need to win this set to stay alive in the match, keep their victory hopes alive. What do they need to do in order to get there and to get to that 5th set?
What they need to do, Peter, is to be more efficient on service error on their serves. So far up to this point, they have 10, while Illinois Institute Technology only has 4. And they also have to go back to what worked in the 2nd set, which was how they were able to go so well because of their hitting percentage.
That's right. The Cougars' hitting percentage took a dive in that 3rd set. 237 in set 2, down to negative .042 in set 3. They're going to need to start capitalizing on these open looks they've been getting. Isabel Vernango has been a part of that. She's got 25 assists on the night for the Cougars. She's doing what she usually does for the Cougars in that department. Got to think if they can start capitalizing on all those nice assists she's putting up, they'll get right back into this match as they're in a do-or-die 4th set. The Scarlet Hawks are looking to come away with the victory, though. That would be huge for their playoff standings. They're currently 6th in the NAC Conference. Top 6 teams make it, so they're in that last playoff berth. A win would tie them for 4th with Benedictine and St. Norbert. St. Norbert currently sits in 3rd because of a tiebreaker over Benedictine. So a win here would be huge for Illinois Tech's playoff dreams, and putting some distance between them and the 7th-ranked Wisconsin Lutheran, as Alyssa Henline's serve gets us started here in set 4. Greco's attack goes off the net. Nice one-handed save there from Alyssa Henline as Vernango floats that one over. And it'll be a point for the Cougars. They'll strike first. That was number 10, Victoria Van of the Scarlet Hawks. Her attack went straight into the net, results in a Cougars point. They strike first here in set 4. We're talking, Rafael. Striking first is always a key for winning a set. As the Scarlet Hawks tie things up quickly, though. Cougars see that quickly built lead disappear. So Kelsey Starnes will serve now for the Scarlet Hawks. Van, her attack will turn into a kill. Henline made a diving effort. She stuck an arm up, got a piece of it. Not enough, though. It died down, hit the hardwood. 2-1 in favor of the Scarlet Hawks. Fernango, she'll set up. Dickin! She went all the way up for that one. Comes down with the kill. Got some serious hang time on that jump. Hit the ball straight down. Not much the Scarlet Hawks could do about it as number 4, Julia Beers, goes back to serve for the Cougars. It's a little over the net. A huge block by Perino and Dickin. As Beers, a nice diving play to keep things alive. This one will go to Greco. Starnes will do her part, though. And the Scarlet Hawks will end up with the kill and the point. It is 3-2 in their favor now. Early here in set 4. Grace Raycamp, the freshman, goes back to serve. Vernango sets up Joy Greco. Greco looked like she had some serious intent against that ball. A serious smackdown on it, and will result in a Cougars point. That last IIT kill was accredited to Jessica Weaver. Grace Raycamp makes a jumping effort. Cougars now have possession. Fernango, Perino have to just one-hand that one over. And the attack from Weaver turns into a kill. Emily Graham goes back to serve now. Grace Haywood, she'll send it over. Oh, nice play by Haywood to keep things alive, but it is a fleeting victory as the ball soon goes out of bounds. Emily Graham will go back to serve. As the Scarlet Hawks take a 2-point lead now. Henline didn't get the best under that one. Joy Greco is able to finally send it back over though. And that one off the hands of Perino and Fernango up front. Emily Graham, she'll serve again. And that one will go into the net. So the Cougars will pull back within 2 off the Emily Graham service error. You got to think, Raphael, it's a good thing that one didn't get too out of hand for the Cougars there.
Yeah, it's important to keep intact.
That's
it's
right.
important for them to get back into this game right now to fight for their lives.
That's right. We saw things get out of hand for them in set 3. Cougars earned the point right there. Off the Joy Greco service ace. Taking a minute. See the far side official talking to head coach of the Scarlet Hawks. Cougars will earn the point on that. Scarlet Hawks couldn't handle that one. We saw Mike Johnston, 4th season head coach of the Scarlet Hawks, talking to the far side official before Greco's last serve. And Weaver's hit will go out of bounds, and that'll give the Cougars their first lead of the set. So we haven't seen Joy Greco serve a ton for the Cougars this season. She's getting her fair share of it tonight, though. She's got 2 service aces on the night, but put 2 under the service error category for her as well after that last error. Ties things up at 7 points apiece. Stephanie Wynn. First serve goes over, and Grace Haywood able to play it, though. Vernango, she'll set up Henline. Henline will one-hand that one over. Perino, a nice block up front to send it right back in the face of Stephanie Wynn. As the Cougars are going to have to deal with it once again. Diving play there by Graham. Briar Moore. Her attack was curbed by Alyssa Henline, but the Scarlet Hawks end up with the point in the end. They take an 8-7 lead now. The Cougars briefly led 7-6. 2 straight Scarlet Hawk points. Gets them the lead right back, though. So Greco puts that one up. Vernango, she'll set up Henline. A good block up front from the Scarlet Hawks. They've been doing some good work so far tonight. Now Stephanie Wynn, she'll get the kill in the end as Alyssa Henline couldn't quite get there for the Cougars. We see the Scarlet Hawks got a multi-point lead back now, 9-7 in this set 4, which is do or die for the Cougars. But Wynn's serve will go out. It'll be a service error. So Cougars pull back within 1 after that service error. Clausen will come back in. She's got 3 service errors on the night. One of 3 Cougars with multiple service aces, along with Greco and Henline, as that hit goes out off the Cougars. Scarlet Hawks earn the point. See some Scarlet Hawk faithful in the Geisman Gymnasium stands tonight, coming out to support the team here at CUC. on this Tuesday night. So Nango, she'll set up Henline, and Henline's floater. It was stopped though. They're saying Wilkins got a hand under it. Beers, the nice play there. And this time it'll be Briar Moore. She'll finish it off for the Scarlet Hawks. Wilkins got just her fingertips under Henline's floater. It's probably an inch away from becoming a point for the Cougars. Great play there by Wilkins to keep things alive for IIT. As Greco has to send a free ball over. Moore, her attack will go out. So Cougars pull within 2 now. Isabel Vernango goes back to serve now. She's got 27 assists on the night. She's also got a service error though. Can't afford one of those right now as the Cougars look to climb back into the set and the match. Good volley going on between both teams here. Henline sends a floater over and she pings the corner of the court. About as accurate as an attack can get. Just in the corner of the paint. Right over the head of, I believe, Allie Wilkins. Fernango's serve is over. It's good. Hawks have to play it. Moore's attack will go out, and we're tied at 11.
I'll tell you something, Peter. Despite the Cougars being only 1-8 at conference, they are not playing like a 1-8 team tonight. They are fighting hard. That's
the staple of this Cougars team is they're always in matches, always in sets. There'll be a Scarlet Hawk point. And they hope to turn that fight that this team always has in them into a win tonight. As that serve will go out, Julia Beers was watching it all the way. Watched it go out. She was happy to see it too, as we are now tied at 12 in this 4th set. Once again, Cougars must win to stay alive in tonight's matchup. While the Scarlet Hawks are looking to win the set and claim the matchup against the Cougars. Nice play there by Julia Beers. We've seen plenty of that from her tonight, as we always do. And Eve Dickens' attack goes off the top of the net, right inside the out-of-bound line. So the Cougars take back the lead here in set 4. As Alyssa Henline gets set to serve, it is sent over. Kelsey Sarnes, excuse me. Beers couldn't get enough on that though. She looked at the official. Looks like she was wanting a different call than what was given. She's not happy with whatever the official ended up calling there. But it'll result in a Scarlet Hawks point. See if Beers can get it back, though. As Eve Dickens' attack is sent back into her face by number 8, Jessica Weaver. Weaver, 5'11" senior out of Richmond, Michigan. Went to Richmond High School. She saw that attack coming a mile away. She got all of that block as Vernango, she'll set up Greco. Greco will get the kill off the hands of Victoria Van and Jessica Weavers. Van, the imposing 6-foot freshman out of Sugar Land, Texas, went to Clements High School. And a huge block from the Cougars, Michaela Perino. 6-foot senior from De Pere, Wisconsin. She was honored the other night as part of the Cougar Senior Night ceremony. That was this past Friday. As Beers' serve, sent over. Emily Graham will send that. Vernango keeps it alive. Eve Dickin got all of that one, a little too much, in fact, as she sent it out of bounds. We're tied at 15 apiece, so both teams 10 points away from claiming a set victory. As long as they win by 2, that is. Scarlet Hawks 10 points away from a match victory. The Cougars 10 points away from forcing set 5. Speaking of serving, Grace Raycamp went back to serve. She serves up an error. Cougar point, they retake the lead 16-15. As Grace Haywood will go back to serve now. Scarlet Hawks keep it alive. Vernango, she'll give it to Beers. Beers, she'll give it to Henline for the back row attack. Jessica Weaver keeps it alive. And Haywood's hit a little too low. Flew under the net, I should say. Always good to have proper grammar on the broadcast. And we're going to get a Scarlet Hawk sub here. So Emily Graham, she's going to come out of the game. Into the game is Susami Kuvan. Graham, she's leaving with a heck of a game on the night. 14 kills. She's the team leader. She's tied for the lead amongst all players with Joy Greco. Good block up front by Perina and Vernango. And a nasty hit from Michaela Perino. Perino, whenever she gets a hand on that ball for an attack, she usually makes the most of it. She uses her 6-foot frame to put everything behind that ball. She usually sends that thing flying. As Henline does the same thing on her side of the Cougars court. She'll get the kill after her attack bounces off the hands of the Scarlet Hawks blockers. The Scarlet Hawks stop the Cougars' little run. Pull back within 1, 18-17 Cougars. Stephanie Wynn, she'll go back to serve now. Vernango, she'll set up Henline. Henline says hello to the Scarlet Hawks blockers once again. Turns it into another kill. She has 8 kills on the night. So she's doing her part on this Cougars attack. She leads the team in the kills on the season. She's got 230 coming into the night. That number's up to 231 as the Cougars are up to 20 points in the set. And they're up by 3 now against the Scarlet Hawks. As Alex Clausen will go back to serve now. She's got 3 service errors. That could be key here. Another service error. Keep the service ace, excuse me. She's got 3 service aces on the night. Oh, that one looked like it was going out. Emily Graham saved it. Grace Raycamp didn't like that save from out of bounds by Emily Graham, but Scarlet Hawks turn it into a point in the end. See Beers coming into the game. Chloe Martin coming into the game for the Cougars as well. It's Beers, Greco, and Haywood in the back row. Martin, Henline, and Vernango in the front for the Cougars. Vernango, she'll set up Henline. Henline's not able to finish after a good stop there by Emily Graham. Vernango, she'll now set up Grace Haywood. She'll go up for a flying attack. There's Allie Wilkins who got a hold of that one to keep it alive. And the attack, I believe that was Briar Moore, went off the fingertips of Julia Beers. The Hawks are within 1. Hawks 6 points away from winning the match. Cougars 5 points away from forcing a set 5. A big block up front by Chloe Martin. Scarlet Hawks able to adjust. And a smart play there by Briar Moore. She saw all the Cougars congregating to one side of the court. Sent the ball where they weren't. And the Cougars are going to take a timeout as we're tied 20 apiece here in set 4. Cougars 5 points away from forcing set 5. The Scarlet Hawks 5 points away from winning the match. Really quickly, before we keep going on here, I want to say thanks to everyone making this broadcast possible. Emily Balaban on production, Kate Johnson on camera, Sydney Palaskis-Laher. She's helping out with stats. Ryan McGee acting as the spotter. Kayla Jackson working the Instagram. Sarah Ludwig tracking the liberos. Wyatt McLaughlin working the scoreboard. We're helped out by our sports information director, CJ Selner, our grad assistant, Justin Bjorseth, and our regular assistant, Kayla McLeod. She's handling some photography tonight. So Raphael, 5 points needed by both teams to claim the set. What's it going to take for these teams to claim this set and win this battle of attrition we've seen so far in this fourth set?
Well, we saw before the timeout, Illinois Tech began a rally, and if you're them, you do not want to play a fifth set. You want to finish off here, because when you go into the fifth set, all bets are off.
That's right. Much like how teams in the playoffs don't ever want to force game 7s. The Scarlet Hawks do not want to force a set 5 here in tonight's matchup. The Cougars, on the other hand, very much do, as they're looking for just their second conference win on the year. That only conference win came against the Rockford Regents. They're 1 point closer, though, to forcing that set 5. Scarlet Hawks couldn't dig the ball out of the net. It's 21-20 in favor of the Cougars. Isabel Vernango goes back for the serve now. A huge hit. That was number 13, Briar Moore. She got every piece of that one. Let's kill number 15 on her for her on the night. We are tied at 21 now. Eve Dickin, and a great play there by Moore. Great play there by Henline to keep things alive. As Greco's going to just have to send that one over to avoid the 4-touch rule. A fantastic play from Julia Beers. Another one from Beers. She's doing everything she can right now. But it won't be enough as the Scarlet Hawks earn the point. Julia Beers, libero for the Cougars. Diving around the court like there's no tomorrow. But it's not enough to stop the Scarlet Hawks attack. Henline, a huge hit. Went off the hands of Allie Wilkins. Hit the backboard here in Geisman. Would have been impressive if it went in the net. It did not, though. So we're tied at 22 now. We've been tied at 20, tied at 21. Now we're tied at 22. As I mentioned, a battle of attrition in this fourth set. Who's going to be mentally strong enough to come away with it? Chloe Martin went for the killing tip-in. She's not able to get it. Beers able to keep things alive. Vernango, she's going to set up Eve Dickin. And Dickin's attack is blocked. That's Emily Graham. And number 3, Sadie Harrington. So Kelsey Starnes will go back to serve now. They're just 2 points away from a set victory and a match victory. They keep things alive here. Starnes has to send a free ball over. Dickin will send a floater over. Not legally, though. As we see Troy Campbell, hands on his head. He's got to call a timeout as his team is suddenly facing a loss. They're down 24-22 to the visiting Illinois Institute of Technology Scarlet Hawks. Really quickly, before we pick up play here, let's look around at the rest of tonight's schedule. It's conference play as far as the eye can see. Alverno taking on Lakeland. MSOE taking on Marion. Concordia, Wisconsin taking on Wisconsin Lutheran. We got Illinois Tech and CUC here in Geisman. Benedictine playing Aurora. St. Norbert taking on Edgewood. And Dominican versus Rockford. All conference play as we careen towards the playoffs. Right now, Concordia, Wisconsin, Aurora, St. Norbert, Benedictine, MSOE, and this Illinois Institute of Technology squad. They're in the playoffs right now. But Wisconsin Lutheran and Edgewood are right on the tails of this IIT team for that last playoff spot. So it comes down to this. The Cougars trail 24-22. They're going to need more than 3 points to win, though, because of the win by 2 rule. Headline, Vernango, the setup to Greco, and it's out. And that'll be a Scarlet Hawk victory. So the Cougars not able to pull through in this fourth set. It was close all the way throughout. We saw ties at 20, 21, and 22. Scarhawks go on a 3-point run to end the match, though, 25-22. Look at the stats real quick. Briar Moore led all players with 16 kills. She had a great game for the Scarlet Hawks, though right behind her was her teammate Emily Graham with 15 kills on the day. Allie Wilkins led the team in assists with 20, while we have a tie for the Scarlet Hawk lead in digs. Kelsey Starnes with 16, Allie Wilkins with 16. On the Cougars side of the ball, Joy Greco, the sole leader in kills with 14. Isabel Vernango had a great game as always on the assist front with 34. And Julia Beers with 18 digs on the night. Raphael, any closing words for this game between the Cougars and Scarlet Hawks?
You know, from both sides, if you look at Illinois Tech, you have to feel a sense of relief, especially considering they're fighting for that 6th and final playoff spot. As for the Cougars, though, you have to feel proud of how hard they fought against Illinois Tech. That's
right. This is a good IIT team, and the Cougars put up a good fight against them. So once again, the final here from Geisman Gymnasium in the women's volleyball's final game at home. IIT wins 3-1. One final thanks to our production team making this broadcast possible. Emily Balaban on production, Kate Johnson on camera, Cindy Plaskas-Laher working stats, Ryan McGee working as the spotter, Kayla Jackson helping out on Instagram, Sarah Ludwig tracking the Liberos, Wyatt McLaughlin on the scoreboard. We're led by our SID, CJ Sellner, Justin Bjorsteth, our grad assistant helping us out, and Kayla McLeod, our assistant, also helping out with some photography. Once again, I've been Peter Borkowski. I've been joined by Rafael Gonzalez on the call. Again, once again, the final here from Geisman, IIT 3, Cougars 1. Have a nice night, everyone. And as always, go Cougars.